Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Clint.
We are super excited to make an announcement today, and we want to welcome you on board at Anchor Sales Knowledge, the Sandler Training Academy in Manitoba. We are very honored that you find this to be a business and an industry to get connected with, and we can't wait to learn more about you.
Thank you. I'm super excited as well.
Is it okay if I ask you a few questions
Absolutely.
about a few things that might help our audience understand why you're the right person for the job?
For sure.
Start with an easy one.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about where you've been before? What have you done, and what have you been really proud to accomplish?
For the last little while, I have been in a senior role in business development, working across Canada, and I absolutely loved the space, mentoring some other professionals as well. Oddly enough, my background is in marketing, and I just really loved how the two, business development and marketing, work together. And I love the challenge of taking that opportunity and trying to find new opportunities and growing ideas, and then changing that into an actual lead, and then building those relationships with customers.
Could you share with me, a specific thing that you were really proud to have accomplished in your past career?
I've also been a small business owner here in Manitoba, and I started 2 businesses, and I think those 2 are probably the proudest achievements, taking something from nothing and an idea and a concept, and then growing it into a big organization with employees and different business avenues and networking and growing just an idea into something, but then going out and doing it, finding the right clients, finding the right people to partner with, and that being successful. That's probably one of my biggest accomplishments.
I think that's one of the key reasons why we think you're a good fit for us as well. You've been a business owner, you understand the Manitoba market, and you have this great background in large organizations and understanding of how they support their people. So we found that to be an excellent mix for us. Let's do a few fun ones. You okay with that? If business development were an Olympic sport, what would be your signature winning move or strategy?
I think I'm known for staying calm when the pressure is on, right? So when you have those difficult conversations, or you're in the difficult moment of an angry person on the other line, or you're thrown a curveball of, I've heard of you and I don't like you, something like that, right? Just to stay calm in that moment, even though the chaos is reacting, to stay calm and just kind of persevere and still find a good conversation with that person.
If you could share with me a secret that helps you close a deal, what would be your number one behavior, attitude, or technique that you use to make sure you win something?
Oh, that's a great question. I think you can't close a deal unless the person or the company decides and realizes they have a need for what you have, and that they discover that on their own. And so I think really building relationships with that person, being consistent, following up, learning, asking questions, those are really important, and something that I hope that I can share and train others with. My personal approach to closing a sale is really having a plan and being prepared. Asking the right questions to be able to present to that, right?
Nice.
I'm only presenting to what they're looking for as far as what needs and pain they have, not just going off of my list of company product information and assuming that they may need that, right? What is it that they need to fix? And then therefore I'm helping them, and I'm providing a service that has quality and is beneficial to them.
Have you ever had that moment where you call somebody, you're following your best practices, and it kind of falls apart? Have you ever gone through one of those experiences?
Yes, and I always go back to when I first started cold calling. As I said, I was in marketing before, and I had kind of shifted into sales, and I was given a task to cold call a very small, fine written list of businesses in the southern U.S. I had no research on them. I was just picking up the phone and calling, and it was a very southern accent, and I called the wrong company because I couldn't see the name. I wasn't prepared, and I just remember this one very, very kind business owner just saying, "So are you asking if I want to meet with you? Is that what you're asking me?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "You know what? You sound like you're just starting." Okay, and that one will always stick with me because it was something to compare to when you pick up the phone and you realize, hey, you know what? Maybe that could have gone better. I can always go back to that moment and say it wasn't as bad as that one.
When I personally have prospecting calls, I know I've failed at them many, many times. And sometimes now when people call me, I know that I'm looking for someone to follow some good practice that I can appreciate, and they get extra time. And I also know that I lose a little bit of patience with the ones that just are pushing the product and not thinking about how to connect with me or not wondering if it's relevant. So I know my opinion on cold calls changes the more I get to do them and how I can try to do them the best possible way.
I think it's really important to remember that your needs are not going to get met in that cold call, right? You're really there to connect with someone, and to take the fact out that your needs don't need to be met in that call helps a lot to get over some of those times when they don't go as well as you think.
We're super excited to have a team to work with. This is going to be something new for us, but we also like a little competition. Can you share with us, friendly rivalries or a way that you've made work fun in order to keep it competitive and really make sure that you succeed while being part of an organization and a team?
I love a good competition. I think there's a lot of fun to be had in friendly rivalry. Keeps everyone working hard and on their toes, and I love to win.
You're not going to beat me, are you?
I'll try. I have a few Yeti coolers and different prizes that I've won over the years from competitions. You know what? I think they can be really simple, right? They can be just as simple as how many dials can you do in a week? How many companies meeting this profile can you connect with? How many leads can you get, right? They don't necessarily always have to be based on revenue and dollars.
What do you think is going to be the ultimate definition of this was a successful venture? If you had to look 6 months, a year, 5 years into the future, what does success look like to you?
I think just how many connections, how many introductions can we make, how many bodies can we have in the classroom, and how many people we can really introduce to Sandler and the benefits that a strong sales training program in your organization can provide.
Why do you believe Sandler Training has something that it can offer to individuals, whether they're experienced or inexperienced?
I look at that kind of two ways. So coming from a larger organization, I saw someone well-versed in sales like me who didn't think I needed training, how it really benefited and changed some behaviors and techniques that I did to be more successful in a very easy way. And then I also go back to when I own businesses, and if I had a program like this, just how much farther ahead I might have been in the time it may have saved learning things, right, to just be able to jump to that next step.
Yeah, my personal journey was I didn't know what I didn't know. And it's very difficult to share some of these things when you're not aware of what you haven't learned yet.
Exactly.
Danielle, I want to thank you very much for this time. I want to wish both of us success, and especially you as you come on board. And we are really looking forward to the next journey as we continue to build Sandler in Manitoba.
Thank you, Clint. I'm so excited as well.
Thank you.